we invite you, for those of you who are still hesitant about engaging our graduate programs, Dr. Luigi, who is our Associate Dean for Graduate Programs here, will be able to actually elaborate on the particular elements of each of the master's degrees that we have here in the school. Investing in education is tremendous, but investing in education with a purpose, like the three elements that I mentioned, is fundamental to build a better world. So welcome to the School of Business. Our faculty members are here to actually enjoy any questions that you would like to share with them. But believe me, as you move into the programs, we will become better persons and we will be able to build better societies. Again, welcome to the school. Dr. Hayes.
Thank you, Dean Gomez. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to Regina Bernal, who is our Entrepreneurship Manager for the School of Business. And Regina is the person who runs our V2 pitch competition. So I'm going to introduce Regina, and then she's going to introduce our keynote address this evening. Regina earned a Bachelor of Arts in Strategic Communications at the best university in the United States, right here at USD. And she's currently enrolled in an MA in Leadership Studies, also here at USD. As the Entrepreneurship Manager for the School of Business, Regina leads and enhances all of the major entrepreneurship efforts that we have, including the V2 pitch competition, the Legacy Entrepreneurship Conference, and some mentoring programs that we have for the undergraduate business majors. Since she joined the School of Business in 2012, the V2 pitch competition has tripled in the number of enrollees in the program, as well as the people who visit and watch the competition. And the total amount of funding available to students has risen from $15,000 to $100,000. So it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Regina Bernal.
It's exciting to see new faces. I'm sure I will be seeing all of you soon. So let me tell you a little story that happened exactly a year ago this summer. I had a call with a student, and he was in Madrid and I was in San Diego. So we set up a Skype call and had a conversation about San Diego, about his future, about wanting to do an MBA, and about his career choices. So he had already applied to USD and had some other options in mind, and was really pulled toward having an entrepreneurial passion. He was serious about building his business and getting some great mentorship and building his network. So in the conversation that I had with him, I told him about the efforts that we have here at USD, specifically towards the V2 pitch competition. It's a competition that we have here that we run once a year, and we try to resemble the real world of investing as much as possible. So we work directly with angel investors, some VC funds, and you get to actually test drive your business idea and build it out, and then maybe eventually get some funding. So in that year, after another Skype conversation that we had, and talked a little bit about why San Diego was the best option to run his business, about how the startup scene was really growing, and how USD really had that intimate contact for you to grow your business, how we had great mentors, great professors, and this ultimate funding opportunity that you could really get some seed money to start to test drive your ideas. So long story short, a year later, we are here. He came to USD, I think we both agree, and I think the people in this room that he made the right choice, and he's been a great member of our entrepreneurship team. He participated in V2, and now he's a proud owner of $22,000 to start launching his business. So a little background on David. 28-year-old David Jimenez Burgos was born an engineer. Currently studying for his dual degree in MBA and MS in finance, he now is also figuring out how to run his business. When he was a very small child, he kept a notebook where he would draw inventions. I always wanted to be an inventor, he says. The idea of creating things that could change and improve the world is what sparked my interest in technology. He knew early on what he wanted to study and got an electrical and computer science engineering degree in Madrid. Since then, Jimenez Burgos has worked in IT in Spain, Germany, and the United Kingdom. Once identifying that he had a true passion and talent for engineering, Jimenez Burgos decided that he wanted to be in California where the tech hotspot is. And he doesn't mean Northern California. Thank you very much, David. For Jimenez Burgos, San Diego is a burgeoning engineer, tech, and startup hotspot of his dreams. I love the entrepreneurial environment in the San Diego area and the amount of different activities and opportunities that the city offers for people who want to start their own business. Upon arriving in San Diego, his first job was to create mobile apps for companies. The last one he created was for Qualcomm, but he is now focused on gaining the necessary skills to launch his own venture. One of his ideas is an app called Happy Spoon. It's a restaurant finder app that not only finds a restaurant nearby using GPS, but also suggests the perfect meal according to the user's preferences. I am passionate about being an entrepreneur. That's what I want to do with my life. On May 4th, 2017, Jimenez Burgos pitched Happy Spoon at the University of San Diego's 6th annual venture writing competition. Happy Spoon earned the most seed funding at the night, with $22,000. At the event, Jimenez Burgos said the app is ready to go to market, and he will be able to use his V2 funding to help aid in marketing and marketing the platform across different platforms. Please welcome David to share his story about USD and how we have helped him bring his ideas to life.
Okay, thank you very much. You stole all my story. Anyway, so thank you very much for being here today with us. I hope you are enjoying our beautiful campus. So as she said, I'm David Jimenez. I am MBA and MSF student second year here at DSD, and this is my story. Okay, so I'm Spanish, I study in Madrid, and two things about me is that I am a traveler and also a challenger. Okay, so these two things are probably the reasons why I'm here today. I love traveling because, I've been in more than probably 25 countries around the world, and all those trips, I think they really help me to understand people better, to know different cultures, and also to become and develop myself, not only professionally, but also as a person, okay? And being a challenger, something that I really like for me because I really want more. It's important to always have goals that are challenging for ourselves, and by putting myself in situations that are out of my comfort zone is really helped me to go always a step forward. So actually, one thing is, 4 years ago I wasn't even able to speak English, and by that reason I think is why I'm here. I'm studying in USA, where I really wanted to study when I was a child. And I'm doing businesses and being able to talk and communicate with people that I wouldn't be able to do it if I didn't have that challenge spirit within me that triggers me to go abroad and study abroad. So a little bit about my experience. As she said, when I was a child, I really wanted to be an inventor. So I was always, this is a fact, okay? I was always carrying my notepad with me, drawing ideas, and showing to my parents, and they would say, okay, yeah, okay. So what I didn't know is that I didn't want to be an inventor, I really wanted to be an entrepreneur. So, like me, I had my first entrepreneurial experience at the age of 16. So with my pocket money, I started talking to different people around the world, from Argentina, Peru, Spain as well, and I hired different people. So I hired a designer, I hired webmasters, people who were able to code webs, because at the age of 16, as you can imagine, I didn't know how to code any website. So I researched a little, and I said, okay, I'm gonna invest a little bit of money. So I created different websites, like around 10 websites. And then with that money that they were generating, I created, with a friend of mine, we created an email marketing platform for webmasters, so other people who had some websites that were with that platform, they were able to make money from us. That project, we sold it for $30,000 to an Argentinian company, which it wasn't big money, but I mean, when I was 16, for me it was a lot, okay? Then I said, okay, now it's time to study. That really triggers me the passion for technology. So I said, okay, I'm going to study electronic and computer science engineering in Madrid. And when I was studying, for sure, I was really focused on my studies, so I didn't have any other project on the side. But in the last 2 years, that challenge spirit within me said, David, you need to do something else. So I started doing or attending to different workshops about how to build business plans. And lucky me, I competed in 2 competitions. One of them I won, and the other one I got a finalist. And with that money, I started my second entrepreneurial experience. So I started again. I didn't know how to build apps, but that challenge spirit made me learn how to build apps. Okay, so I started building apps, and I partnered with a friend again, and we built more than 20 apps, and we market them in the Google Play market, and we had more than 5 million downloads. And we reached more around like the 31st position in Spain. So that it helps you to understand what is the 31st position means. Is the first one will be Facebook, the second one Twitter. Okay, so we were within those 30 positions, and well, we made more than $200,000 within a year. But again, there was something inside me that was telling me, David, you want more. Okay, and I stopped it. Okay, believe it or not, I said, okay, it's good money, but I want something else. And then I decided to go abroad. It's when I decided to go to Germany. I went to, I stayed there for 4 months, and then I moved to the UK, where I had the chance to work for other companies and gain experience from other engineers. So I worked for startups, medium companies, and I ended up working with Qualcomm, and that really helped me to be who I am right now, because I had the chance to really, learn or improve my English, and then also dealing with people on a daily basis in a different language. So I learned how to do video conference with people from India. So it was kind of my first touch in the business experience with other international people. And being said that, okay, so I would like to ask you, how many of you are planning to pursue an MBA from here? How many of you are thinking? Do you have any in mind? What is the purpose of doing the MBA? Do you have any, why do you want to pursue your MBA? There is a goal.
My name is Jane Eccles, and my goal is to get I can think of ideas all day long. That has never been a problem for me. But mine has been, okay, I have an idea now, how do you get to the next step? Because it's people always have, oh, that'd be great. But as far as I'm hoping to learn a pathway to be able to get me to where I can feel like I have great ideas and then sit there and be no, okay, this one's good. And then have more resources as far as who you go to, what you do, and that's something.
Okay, so entrepreneurship kind of, right? Do you, any other, can you help me?
Entrepreneurship as well. My name is Molly. I would like to start a profitable business that feeds into a nonprofit organization.
Okay, anyone else?
Yes, my name is Monica Gomez. I was in the private sector, a multinational company for 5 years, and I have a very different background. I studied international affairs, and I feel that I was always craving the necessity to sort of, first personally, to get the next step in my career and get the knowledge. Most of it, the knowledge to push me into my next step, which I would love to have my own business and make it part of full time.
Anyone else wants to say something? Anyone else? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Okay, there are normally when I ask that question, there are people who wanna run their own business or they wanna become managers and so on. So, but what we really want is to become better leaders, okay? And that's something that I would say is the main thing why I'm here, okay, at USD, okay? The faculty members that we have really teaches me. I'm not gonna talk about the courses, so I think the courses is just a little thing about an MBA, okay? No matter, because we have finance, marketing, different kind of courses, but the courses itself is not what it brings you the value. What it brings you the value is become a better leader, is how to run a company, how to deal with people, okay? And by having good faculty, we have Dean Gomez, we have Dr. Priya, our professors, and the way they talk, the way they communicate really teaches you how to be a good leader. And just by listening to them, really helps you to say, okay, this is what I want to be in 10 years. Also, we have business cases. It's really important to learn from other leaders, okay? So by studying business cases, you can learn how big companies or small companies succeed or fail. Okay, so one example that came to my mind was Amazon in Australia. They failed. Why they failed? What was the reason? So those kind of things are really help you to understand what are the variables in the business world that really affects your business, and it's really important to take into consideration. And another thing really important to become a better leader are the talks. Maybe not this one, but the other ones, we had different CEOs, CFOs who come to USD to give talks. And just by listening to their experience and working with them and so on, really teach you to be like them, because something that I always have in mind and really try to follow wherever I go is learn from the best, okay? That is the only way to be the best, learning from the best. And I think that is a good plus for USD. Something very important for me also was the network. So the networking events that we have, from where I'm from in Spain, we don't network much. Okay, our network is basically our family and friends. Okay, we don't have that American passion of networking through businesses. Okay, and by being here, really, the career services with April Cash and all the networking events that we have here and outside of the school really help me to meet new people and become a better leader in a way that now I can talk about one-to-one with other people that I didn't know before what to talk about, okay? So it's really important to learn how to network. Something very important for me as well was the values that USD has. So in many courses, we been learning CSR, okay, corporate social responsibility, which is really important because it's not only good to be a good leader, but also if we are going to become good leaders, it is important to do well by doing good. And by having good values, for example, not only the CSR, but also the 5 Ps that you were mentioning, that really help us to understand that being leader, you have a lot of responsibilities, and having those responsibilities towards people and planet, and having in mind those things, really, really important. And also something that I really like is the vision of the school, okay? Because, as I said, I like to travel because it really helped me to understand how businesses works in different parts of the world, understand other cultures, so that last year we started 39 people in the 2 programs, MBA of General Management and International Track, and from 39 there was 17 nationalities. That really brings a lot of value because by having those different nationalities really helps you to not only to understand other cultures, but also to deal with them, okay? We had a a lot of conflicts between us because the way a Spanish person communicates is different from an Indian or Chinese person. But not only communicating, but also expressing your emotions. I'm a very emotional person, but a Chinese person, maybe they are more conservative, more like not that friendly, and they are more focused on receiving tasks and so. And I think this is something that I really like from USDA program. And by having this vision, I want to share something that I really like. Okay, all the international exposure and experiences that we can have in USD. So we are there. I think we all know. Hopefully. So from that point, okay, last year I had a chance to go to India, to China. Then I just came from Madrid and Portugal. There were some other classmates who went to Peru, they went to Germany, they went to Brazil, Argentina. So there are so many options to go abroad. And why is important to go abroad and have take some classes over there? First of all, to have fun. Okay, you are gonna drink wine for sure. You are gonna go out, but that is gonna help you to understand or to get to know better your colleagues, but also it's going to bring you that global mindset of by taking a course in a different country and then going to those companies and then aligning all the information that you are getting in the courses with the companies is really valuable. I remember in India, that's my biggest memory, was in India with Dr. Priya. We went to our class was, I don't remember the name of the class. Okay, I forgot about it, but it was kind of like emerging markets. Yeah, something about the emerging market and how they innovate. Yeah, innovation in emerging markets. Okay, that was the class. And we were visiting different companies, and we were able to see how the technology that is totally different from the technology that we have and all the needs that we have here. How they build, how they bring new ideas that works for them, but not here, okay? And that is really important to understand how to do businesses in different parts of the world. And also, something very important to go abroad and visiting all these countries is by meeting people. Meeting people, I don't only mean your colleagues and so, but also students, like alumni that we have around the world. I remember being in China and having a social event with few of them, and they were so happy to see us, to see current students. But also, I have to say that one of the reasons why I wanna believe I won the beach competition was because I went to India. Because in India, I had a chance with Dr. Priya. She had to have a talk in a university, and she invited me. And then I went to that talk, and then I started sharing some ideas and some talks with different people, and they have an incubator over there. So after all the trip, I started changing some emails, and then I got in touch with them, and then they provide me interns that are now working for me. And because of them, is how Happy Spoon is a reality today. Okay, we are gonna do a little exercise, okay? I'm gonna talk about what is the B2 while we go through all of this, okay? So I think all of you have a notepad, okay? So I would like you to go to the process that I went when I started thinking about Happy Spoon, okay? So first of all, you need to have an idea, okay? So when I took a year ago with Regina, I didn't have an idea. Okay, I told her, Regina, I want to win that competition. Remember that? It's like, Regina, that is my goal. Okay, the reason why I came to USD was really because I really wanted to win that competition. So I didn't have an idea. And then just by doing my normal life and so being with my friends, then I got an idea. So I would like you all to write an idea that you might have in your mind, okay? If you don't have, it's fine, or you try to steal from the person that is next to you. So I got an idea because, I was really into gym, and then I was always having problems to eat with my friends. So whenever I was going out, it was like, okay, yeah, we have fast food, or this or that, and it's like, well, I mean, if I break my diet, it's the same if I wouldn't go to the gym, no? So I had problems with my diet, okay? And then the second thing, okay, so we got the idea, hopefully you all have written your idea. We need to validate the idea, okay? How we validate ideas? Well, by asking people. So I would like you to write down how would you validate ideas. So for example, your idea, okay? So for example, it will be, in my case, I ran some surveys, okay, that Regina recommended me to do. So I contacted to all my colleagues, I sent them out that form that they fill it out. Then I contacted to different teams, different people, organizations who had like disease related to food or allergies. So those kind of things, I invite you to write down how would you validate your idea, okay? How to say, okay, this idea is, I have this problem, but so many other people have the same problem. That's the idea, okay? And then the third thing will be how to build the idea. What are the things that you need to build your idea? In my case, okay, my idea was technology, okay, related to technology. So I needed someone from the server, someone to write the app, to design the app, and things like that, okay? So if your business is related, or your idea is related to technology, I invite you to write, okay, I will need a designer, I will need someone who knows how to write code on website or apps. So if it's a service, I need 2 employees or an accounting or something like that. And then something important is partnerships. Okay? In my case, for me, really important, something that was really important to make it work was to have partnerships. Okay, so I contacted to different teams here in San Diego. So right now we have a partnership with one of the biggest teams in San Diego, who are gonna help us to distribute our app and make it like public, okay, public to their customers. We also partner with a nutritionist here in San Diego, so they are gonna help us out to distribute our app to all their nutritionists, so they can provide it to the customers and use the app for them. So I invite you to think about what kind of partnerships you need in order to make your idea possible. Okay? So these are the steps that I follow when I was thinking about HappySpoon. Something that I really want to be honest with you is that studying an MBA is not gonna, if you have an idea or you want to become a business person, studying an MBA is not going to give you the solution. Okay? So it's always you are in control of all those things, okay? But what an MBA or a school is going to provide you are the tools that are necessary to build those things, okay? The contacts. So, for example, something that Regina helped me a lot was to get a mentor, okay? So I told her my idea, and then she said, I have the perfect mentor for you. And then now that person is helping me a lot. When I say a lot, it's a lot, okay? He's true. He's great. He's now like he's really like he's not my mentor, he's my friend, and I'm really learning from him how to be like a better leader, better person, because he's a wonderful person, but also like to connect to some other businesses, other people who are really into this field. Okay, so again, as I was saying, it's important to make sure that nobody being in a place, so I would say like being here at BSD, it will trigger you that spirit that you might have inside, which is something that happened to me, but it's on your side to really make that happen. Okay, so the school is not gonna say, okay, you have an idea, okay, come to me, Okay, what do you need? Yes, okay, this is what you need. Okay, how much money? Okay, this is the money. That's not gonna happen, okay? That's not gonna happen. But what is gonna help you for sure is to talk to different professors, see what you need, and also Regina is really good at those kind of things. That's for sure, okay? So after all this, you are ready to pitch, okay? You only need to build a 10-slide pitch, which is kind of like the problem, the solution, what's the market of your idea, how big it is, how many, what is the process. For example, when I started in January, and then the competition was in April, so I needed to say what was my current state. I was out in development, but we were about to launch our beta, okay? So those kind of things. Also, you need to think about the costs, about what are you forecasting? So it's like, okay, I have an idea, this is what it's gonna cost me, this is the revenue streams, and if I guarantee that if this amount of if I guarantee this amount of users, I will generate this amount of money. And then those things is what is help you to build a pitch deck, okay? Pitch deck, I would say they're very useful. If you are willing to entrepreneurship world, pitch deck is what everybody uses, okay? So I would say like they have it, like the pitch is kind of like Shark Tank. I don't know, I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with Shark Tank. So the idea is kind of the same, but it's just having that pitch deck is really brings you to the real scenario, which is what many other businesses are using when they go to investors and things like that, okay? So I would like to introduce you Happy Spoon. So the reason why, as I said, why I created Happy Spoon was because I have friends with finding places to eat, and I'm pretty sure most of you want to eat healthy, I assume. But there are other people who have, on top of that, who have allergies, or who have like, I don't know, like different lifestyles. For example, vegetarian, vegan. So there are many variables. So there are like a lot of data. And we have technology. So my idea was to put those things together and create Happy Spoon, which is a tool that is going to help you to eat healthy and to teach you how to eat healthier. Okay, it's not only about bringing you the things that are or the meals that are nearby, but it's also teaching a way how to eat better. Okay. So when I introduce you, Happy Spoon.
You would agree that a diet is only as good as how well you stick to it. People tend to have specific diets due to their allergies, disease conditions, lifestyle, goals, etc. And because of this, it's difficult to find dishes in restaurants that suit them. First, they would have to find it contains the right ingredients in the right amounts and is without ingredients they want to avoid. The good news is that Happy Spoon, a new restaurant finder app, especially for you, can instantly provide a list of restaurants and plates that match your specific requirements. Once you launch Happy Spoon, you will be able to fill out your specific meal preferences through an easy-to-use preference menu. After setting your choices, a map pops up showing the matching restaurants, their dishes, the proximity, and how well they match your requirements. Cool, right? Then hurry now! Download Happy Spoon and start enjoying the meals you love. Remember, we match, you eat.
So this is Happy Spoon. Okay, so the idea was to bring a tool that was free and easy to use for the users who have like food preferences, for example, the food that you like or the dislike, or your diet. No, it is high protein, low carbs, whatever. And then maybe you have on top of that you have allergies. Okay, you are freelance or gluten free, but also like for professional people, let's say, or people who really go to the gym, they can put macros, they can put percentage of protein, carbs, fat, okay? So all of that brings a really big value to the people who are willing to try to eat healthier, and not only healthier, but to be in control of what you're eating. Okay, that was my goal. So What is next? Well, right now we are about to launch our beta, okay, hopefully next week. So you are more than welcome to grab one of my business cards that are over there, so I can put you in the list and you can try it out. And so what is next for me, I would say is I'm always thinking new ideas, and I would like to say that I'm going to complete that circle over and over. Okay, I'm going to have an idea, I'm going to try to build it, I'm going to launch it, and then repeat it again. Okay, so that's the way I am, and that's how these are the challenges that I want to have in the future. So I really invite you all to follow this diagram, and I always say something that I say to myself, or I'm pretty sure that all of you, or most of you have like that song that really motivates you before going to the gym, or that book, or that sentence. So my sentence that I read a long time ago, and that's the sentence that is inside of me, is: if you don't build your dreams, someone will hire you to build theirs. Okay, and that's something that for me is something that I try to avoid. So I'm gonna build my own dreams. I'm gonna be able to be in control of my future by doing things. Okay, no one is gonna knock to your door and say, "Here, this is your company." Okay, so I really invite you to take that sentence that you like and try to be in control of your own destiny. Okay, so that was all for me. Thank you. Yeah, please. I mean, if you have any question, I'm happy to answer. And also, like as I said, like there are gonna be like business cards. Also, you can talk to me afterwards, and I'm happy to answer any question related to business, school, or both. And yeah, I don't know if you have any question. Yeah.
What were some of the first challenges once you started having this idea?
Well, I would say, I think it's a good question. So, this is something that is not only about this idea, but all the ideas that I had in the past. First of all, is my family. So, in Spain, we don't have that vision of entrepreneurship, so it's difficult to convince your family to say, I'm going to start something. So, they trust me a lot. Okay, they're always telling me, David, you're going to make us rich, and I don't think that will happen, but they have the hope. Okay, it's good. So I would say that convince or try to demonstrate them what I'm capable of. That was a really big challenge. And also, I'm pretty sure that this is not only me, but I would say most of the people who have ideas in mind, co-founders, right? It's like, well, I need a co-founder. I would say normally you don't need a co-founder. Normally the only thing that you need is to start working yourself, and then there are many ways to bring people on board, like percentages, or you do, like, for example, if you are good at accounting and you need a designer, I'm pretty sure there is a designer who needs accounting work, so you can do accounting for them, and then he can help you out. So I would say those kind of things were the most challenging, to try to find my team, and also to convince my family and see that my idea was really a problem that I not only have myself, but also other people. So that was it.
What were some of the tools that USD provided you to, in this journey?
For the idea, you mean?
Yes.
I would say, well, the V2 was definitely a really good tool because it really put me in the spot of, okay, David, now you have an excuse to start building something, okay? So I'm pretty sure this happened to many of you, or at least was happening to me as well. It's like I had a lot of ideas, but at the end, maybe you write them down, but they stay there, And so that was me. And whenever I had an idea, I was telling my friends, I was super excited. I have this idea. And they were like, yeah, David, same idea, like so many, you have had like so many ideas and you never do anything, And I think by having the V2 was really really helped me to start this and say, okay, now I'm gonna win it. So that was my goal. It's like I wanna win that competition, and the only way to win that competition is by having the product itself, you know. And also something that I think I mentioned it in the talk was the trip to India. So I had a chance to meet an amazing team that now I have from India, and without that trip, I wouldn't be able to have it. Okay, so I think that trip and meeting other people, other entrepreneurs, and not only I would say it's not only about USD, it's about San Diego in general. There is a lot, like a huge entrepreneurship community here, and USD is very well connected to them. Okay, they try to bring people or put you in touch with different people, invite you to different workshops. For example, Regina put me recommend me to be in a workshop that I attend during 8 weeks, and I met so many good people and people who were as passionate as I am. And so I would say those are the key things. Yeah, please.
This will be our last question, and then we'll have more conversations after we go out. Solid. You can ask your last question.
So having gone through the process of taking the idea to the point of proof of concept and USC helped you along the way, being you have that experience now, what do you wish that USC could do that they haven't done or they don't do along the process? You go like, oh, if they did this for me, it could help me out.
I would say, well, it was a cons, but it was also a pro. So I didn't have that much. It's not help. I mean, they're not gonna, as I said, they're not gonna go and say, what do you need? You know, that is what I was expecting at the beginning. It was like, okay, Regina, I have an idea. Tell me what I have to do. That is not gonna happen. You know, like Regina is not gonna. She doesn't have that. Like she's not a magician, no, and she's not gonna. Maybe. But she's not gonna be able. I'm saying the school in general. They're not gonna make your dreams happen. You know, you are the one who really need to do it. And they put me in the spot of you are by yourself. We're here to help you. But once you have something, we can start helping you, because otherwise it's the same as if you go to an investor and say, I have an idea, give me $1 million. That is not gonna happen. You know, like you really need to show them that you have something, you have a value in your idea, and your idea really makes sense. So that is something that they show me, or they told me. It's like, okay, start doing it. She was telling me, okay, try to do a proof of concept, talk to different people, and now start like building something that you can show to people. And then those little steps makes me get more engaged, and that's at the end I built it. So I would say it's not about what the school, again, it's not about what the school do for you, it's what you do for yourself, and they will be along the way with you, and then by connecting you to other people, because at the end most of these things are connected. So
Thank you very much.
Thank you for a little token of appreciation for helping to challenge us to pursue our dreams and make sure that we're responsible for making sure that they are built instead of building other things.
thank you.
Thank you.
Just before we go into the next topic, the school also enjoys like 10 different clubs: consulting, finance, entrepreneurship, intrapreneurship, change making. So there are many possibilities to consider in the school in addition to entrepreneurship or in conjunction with entrepreneurship. So many possibilities for people who have different expectations.
And in addition to that, David was talking a lot about his MBA experience, but a lot of the different components that he talked about are shared in all of our different graduate business programs. So the CSR focus, a lot of the things that he addressed, you will see in all of the different programs. So if you have any questions about any of that, we'd be happy to talk to you about that in the networking portion, which is soon to follow. Before we dismiss you, I would just like to introduce our Associate Dean for Graduate Business Programs, Dr. Barbara Luigi. Dr. Luigi has a BA in Geology from Colgate University, an MBA in Finance, and an MS in Management from Cornell University, as well as a PhD from Cornell University's Johnson Graduate School of Management in Accounting. Her principal areas of expertise, as you might have picked up, are in accounting, financial reporting, and interactive reporting. She teaches both in our MBA and our MS in Executive Leadership programs. And for any of you who think that their accounting professors cannot win a lot of awards, Dr. Luigi is an example that that is certainly not true, because she has consistently won Professor of the Year or Professor of Impact awards here at USD. So I just would like to invite her to say a few words in closing this evening. Thank you.
I'll be very short. I'm a numbers person, not a words person. So it is my pleasure to introduce you to our esteemed faculty. So I would like each of you to stand up and wave to people as I introduce you, so that our incoming students can see who the faculty are. And if they have questions for you, they can chat with you during the reception that follows this event. So it is with pleasure that I introduce Dr. Shrish Deshpande. She teaches finance in our graduate programs. And right behind Dr. Deshpande is Dr. Jane Jolino and Dr. Bob Bowen. They teach the financial accounting course in the MBA programs. And moving along here, we have Dr. Denise Diamond. She's also introduced because she's our Associate Provost for International Affairs. And she also teaches economics in the MBA program, MSGL. And next to Dr. Diamond is Dr. Alan Jin. Dr. Jin also teaches economics, and he's a bit of a local celebrity. He is often heard and seen on PBS or NPR with economic forecasting. And have I missed any faculty? I guess not. I would also like to introduce a few of our very helpful administrators. So you may have already spoken with Deanna Agostini. She works in our recruiting and admissions office. And last but not least, Catherine Northcutt, who also works in our... And that brings me to the end of the event. So please join us in the sala for some refreshments and networking. It's an opportunity for you to meet each other, talk to our faculty, and generally get to know us. Thank you.